If you know me by now, I find daily quests pretty much a waste of time other than the ones where you get Tetris blocks. So I will not be doing the kill quests, just the gather quests, because I actually find the gather quest ones actually worth it, because I get the Tetris blocks. The skill cubes and the experience potions just don't feel worth it for the amount of hours it would take. Now that if you think about it, it's a good thing that there aren't any Pokemon or Digimon in real world. Just imagine the chaos. And the amount of things some people would do. I know what some people would do with a Lilithmon and Angelwoman. You know? Yep, they get it, definitely. I mean, but at the end of the day, you also got to think about it though, because you know, if you ever annoyed one of them, you're in for a world of hurt. Like if you pissed off Lilithmon, you best be on your hands and knees saying, "I'm sorry, mommy," because you're fucked. Those claws. That claw that she has, the amount of power she has. You make her in, you put her in a bad mood. Yeah, you better run. Man, the literal animals with world-ending powers. Yeah, like I'm not being funny, but yeah. You ain't out muscling a Lilithmon or an Angelwoman. They're just gonna throw you around like a ragdoll. Literally. But, yeah. I mean, I'd love Digimon or Pokemon to be real to a degree, sure, but it is like, it does have its downsides as well. It's not like, you know, in the anime, something. No, it's real life. Now, if my Digimon was still was stuck in rookie form in the human world, but I could go to the digital world and have it digivolve there, I think I'd be more inclined in that case. Once I saw some sort of fanfiction, what would it be with actual Digimons, Pokemons, and things would look grim. People using said animals to commit crimes, wars being fought using black hole opening powers, people killing each other, oh, chaos, yeah. Unfortunately, bad people exist, so we can't have nice things, so. In an ideal world, it'd be great, but in the real world, realistically, it would be a disaster. What am I doing? Still gotta do this map. That's why we have to be digi-destined, right? I mean, hackers would have a field day. Honestly. If Digimon were real, hackers would literally have a field day because they can literally hack, like, code, you know? They know what they're doing around computers, hacking code. They could basically do the equivalent of steroids, but for Digimon, but much worse. You know? Oh, you see Megamon? Yeah, giving speed hacks now. He moves like 500 times the speed of sound. And modified his digital code. We'd be fucked. Everybody would need to know what they're doing with technology. I mean, you know, you've got the whole digital war. You got like the Beast Digimon versus other Digimon and stuff like that. You know, that's been one of the like story premises where one side's been against the other, like Beast Digimon versus other Digimon and stuff like that. Imagine certain Digimon taking a stand and being like, we don't want human partners. We don't want to be controlled by humans. Which actually happens in some anime, by the way. Of Digimon. Taking a stand against us as well. Like, you also got to consider that. And, because they are literal digital data, any pretty much electronic device pretty much gives them access to you. If we was to actually have to go to war against them, we would need Digimon to take them down. And, you know, they have all the advantages, essentially. I actually like to love Digimon Frontier and Digimon Savage. You guys can crucify me all you want. Okay, okay. So. I hated Digimon Fusion. Hated it. Absolutely terrible show. The idea of fusing with a Digimon is cool to a degree, right? You know, we got it in Digimon Tamers. And, you know, it was cool. It was cool. We got Gallantmon and whatnot, Sakuyamon and everything, you know. I loved the concept. But Shoutmon times 1, Shoutmon times 2, Shoutmon times 3, Shoutmon times 4, Shoutmon times 5. It all just got so ridiculous. And it's just literally the same thing over and over again, just it's a new Digimon attached to him now. And he looks a little bit different. So I hated Fusion. I don't remember which one it was. Where it was the human children fusing with digital spirits and stuff like that. I kind of got bored of the anime, really. I watched it all, sat through it, but I kind of got bored because it was just constantly the same beast spirit over and over and over. They were fighting the same thing over and over and over. It's just like, come on now. New villain, please, already. Give me something new. Please. I've seen Buddy Big Nose show up 50 million times. Shoutmon, that's Digimon Cross. I haven't watched Digimon Cross. Shoutmon is cool, but not his Evo. Yeah. But yeah, Digimon Cross, I think, was, yeah. It was. I think, yeah, Digicross. And then it does like, fuses like 5 different bloody Digimon. It was bad. Real bad. You know, I haven't actually had a look at the new Digimon Adventure because I'm worried. I'm worried to look at the new Digimon Adventure. And the reason why I'm worried to look at it is because I saw... you know, obviously I'm an OG, right? You know, I'm an OG, 90s baby. You know, I'm an OG in terms of Digimon. And I have a certain way of how I like my Digimon because of that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Depends on a person's point of view. But I don't want to see a series get ruined. Like, I have my favourite Digimon series, and then the later Digimon series, I feel like they started to drop the ball a lot more. In terms of how entertaining Digimon was for me, anime-wise. And I don't want to watch Tamers and have it, sorry, Digimon Adventure Remake and have Digimon Adventure be kind of ruined for me. Because I love Digimon Adventure. New Digimon Adventure, it's meh. I actually liked that in the new Adventure. There's other situations like Blitzgreymon, that's really cool, Digimon Guys, but I didn't watch till the end. How about Girls Game? I don't know if I watched Girls Game. I don't know. It sounds familiar. Hang on. Maybe if I see the protagonists, I might know. If I've seen it or not. I never seen Girls Game, no. Never seen it. So, I don't know about that one. I just know, like, fusions with cross wars, whatever you want to call it. Ugh. It's love or hate kind of thing, you either like it or not. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, has different tastes, you know? Can you imagine the Gaussmon Digivolution will never follow the story? Sounds about right. I had it in the quest now too, Goromon. I think I did. Yeah, okay. That's all the gather quests taken care of. But I'm throwing it waiting for something needs to happen, can only watch and wait. Yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, I just don't want to watch Digimon Adventure because I don't want it ruined. Essentially for me. Hello, Janai. How do you do? Let me guess. Gauntlet? Yep, Gauntlet's here. Okay, there it is. I knew it was here somewhere. And they don't even give XP, if I remember correctly. Which is the worst part about this. Do you watch animes, Def? Yeah, I've seen a lot of different anime. I mainly got into anime in my older years. Not really as a kid. I mean, obviously as a kid, you know, there was Digimon, and then there was Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh, and Dragon Ball Z. Like, that was the shit I kind of grew up with, you know? I saw Naruto, and One Piece back then, but I didn't really know what they were about, or wasn't really into them back then. It wasn't until, like, my teenage years, later teenage years, that I actually started to get into anime. Because I'd watched, obviously, Dragon Ball Z multiple times. I've seen Pokemon multiple times, Digimon, and I branched out. Go watch Durarara. You're gonna like it. Okay, I bear that in mind. But yeah, I ended up watching an anime called Neon Genesis Evangelion, which I think how I got onto it was through music videos, because obviously I liked watching AMVs. Whenever I'd listen to songs and music and stuff like that, I liked AMVs in the background. That's how I kind of got my taste for a lot of animes, was through AMVs because I was seeing all these cool things. I was like, you know, I want to find out what this is all about, you know. Who are these characters? Like, that looks pretty dope. What just happened right there, you know? There's things going through my mind when I was seeing these AMVs. So, Neon Genesis Evangelion, very strange anime. Like, normally at the start it's kind of pretty tame, and then, like, at the end of it, it kind of goes... Have you ever watched my entire, like, real G anime or watched the movies after you watched it all? I did watch the movies. It's pretty wild. Like, it goes from pretty tame to a degree with a bit of like craziness, and then at the end where they started doing the whole psychological state of them and whatnot, like, it just went crazy. I watched the movies. Then I saw Freezing, which is a very raunchy kind of anime, very bit gory. There's, you know, women having their clothes basically kind of chopped up while they're fighting. And that was my first taste of, like, you know, that kind of style of anime. And then I saw, I think it was Queen's Blade. What's that when I was 14, now I'm 27? Edgy, right? Well, then I saw Queen's Blade, and after that I started to branch out more with different anime types. I started watching Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, and yeah, I started to get hooked on anime from there. It's one of the first animes I ever watched. I mean, Freezing Shore is one of the animes I've made, yeah. Well, I'm more into my power fantasy style animes, you know, like powers, abilities, epic fights. That's my kind of scene of anime that I'm really into. I saw Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I saw what was it called? Oh, my brain's just refusing to work on that one. Hellsing Ultimate. And Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Team Full Star, oh, legendary, funny as fuck. Stumbled onto it while I was watching the Dragon Ball Z Abridged, so I was just like, hell yeah. That kind of thing. Then I kind of stumbled onto the whole MMO kind of side of things, where it was like, you know, you had Sword Art Online, and when Sword Art Online came out, I was immediately hooked. Like, the premise of it was very in line with a fantasy I have. I'd love to actually be in a game, actually fighting, using my body to block, attack, dodge out of the way of attacks, like, actually take part in the game. Not me holding a controller, me actually doing stuff and trying to, you know, survive, essentially. Get Megas today? Not on this character, most likely not. Just purely because of the fact that I don't have enough time before the update goes up to make it there. But yeah, it was very in line with my thing, and obviously I don't want to die in real life if I died in a video game. You know, because All it takes is one wrong move, or just not knowing a piece of information, some crazy boss fight mechanic, and, you know, GG, it's up. Or a bug or something, you know. But I mean, just like the premise of actually being in a video game where I'm actually fighting, rather than holding a controller. Like, that's a fantasy I very much have. I'm big into medieval kind of stuff. You know, medieval fantasy and whatnot. Magic, melee, combat, archers, you know, you name it. Like, that's my jam, you know? So, if I could actually do that, that'd definitely be up my alley. So I'm like, okay, Sword Art Online is sick. And then they started to differentiate and stretch out from it. Dark Souls as well, yeah. I love Dark Souls, but they started to branch out a bit and start going through the whole romance route, and then they started getting all rapey with Asuna, and I was just like, bruh, what happened? How did we go from MMO, serious tension, crazy life, the fact that you're stuck in this video game, to this? Like, the romance is cool, you can have romance in there. I didn't mind the romance, to a degree. But they just completely lost the identity of what pulled people in the first place and switched it 180, and then they went all creepy weirdo at the end. Sword Art Online, Season 1 only. Yeah. I saw Season 2 and Season 3. And, well, they were interesting to a degree on the first watch. I don't want to give any spoilers, I don't know if anybody's actually seen these animes or not, so I'm going to stop here in terms of it, but they were interesting on the first time watch, but just because it was something new. But it just never held the candle to the original start Sword Art Online had. It just never held that level for me. So then I discovered King's Avatar, Log Horizon, and, you know, I really enjoyed those MMOs. Overlord, I enjoyed that as well, like the MMO anime there. Like, I started to get really into those kind of things, you know, that's my kind of stuff. It's just such a shame. Like, you know, like, give the character a bit of a break. Give him like a subplot where, I don't know, he has a romance moment. Him and Asuna kind of blossoming together and getting together, and they get their, you know, quote unquote daughter essentially. And, you know, it's really cute and it's a great side story they could have had. And then got back to the seriousness of things where they actually have to make their way through. But when they changed and just completely like did a big massive 45-degree turn away from it, it was just like, come on, bro, don't do that. Like, you were so good. Oh no, I'm injured, I didn't get a chance to heal. Oh dear, I'm in trouble. But yeah, honestly, if I could actually go, actually play properly in a game, like I tried a VR headset about 2 months or so ago, and somebody made like an SAO kind of like thing in VR chat. Now, it was in early alpha stages, essentially. There's not really any mobs or anything to fight, but you could PvP against other players. And me and this dude were actually just having a big sword fight, and it was fun. It's not the same as actually using my body and whatnot, because I'm using a controller still, but it was fun, because you're having to actually turn your head, react to somebody, block the attack, you know. The tracking wasn't the greatest, but it was just raw fun. Like, I was loving it, you know. And it's funny because we kind of went like power anime wise, because we were just making those stupid names for attacks. It's like, ultimate skewer! We're trying to stab each other multiple times. So just being completely goofy with it. But it was just funny as hell. You know? Now, imagine an open world Digimon game on VR. Imagine how sick that would be. Being in the digital world, with your Digimon side by side with you. Like, that would be ill. I would love that, definitely. Alright, I would be a very happy boy. Very happy boy. Stream dropped? I'm not seeing anything happen. I don't know what's going on. Has it fixed itself? Oh dear, hang on. You're not making it easy for me, are you, game? Our stream's messing up and I'm trying to fix it. Come on. Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened there. I've been internet again, possibly. I know the stream just like stops following me. I don't know how much you guys heard, but an open world Digimon VR game where I'm actually in the digital world would be absolutely phenomenal. Like, yes please, you know? Yes please. Well, we all know what they would actually do with the servers. Or we go pay to win. Or something ridiculous for the VR experience. Like, it's not anytime soon, sadly, true. I'm saying, but it would be great. Like, if they actually made a open world VR chat game. Kind of, you know, well, not really VR chat, but you know what I mean. VR game for Digimon. Being able to actually walk up to your Digimon and interact with them and stuff, like... Just enjoy your Agamon style if it's paid to win, right? But I don't think they would ever give us a full-on VR game like that without some kind of bloody money store or something. Which, honestly, for me, would actually kind of kill the immersion for me. And just ruin the whole thing in the first place, because... You know, let's be honest, if I'm going to the real digital world, right? You know, I'm not going to have somebody, shop merchant, selling me stuff. I mean, sure, I may come across a Digimon selling something, I guess. But it's not going to be like, oh, here's this that gives your Digimon 50% attack. You know? It's just not very realistic. I need to get away from you because we need SP. Okay. Spamming time. There we go. I got an itchy back. Okay, so come on, it is time for you to just die. Ooh, yeah. Quick time event, let's go. Kobe. Okay, now for Tyrannomon. Yay. If only these things actually gave me flipping experience. You know, were actually worth it, you know? That'd be great. But no, that'd be too much to ask, wouldn't it? Ah, it sucks. It really, really does. Tyrannomon, I don't know if you're int or strength, because I've never had a normal Tyrannomon before, so... I'm guessing maybe strength. Can you just turn into Metal Greymon? But could be wrong. I know Dark Tyrannomon's definitely strength based. I just don't know about normal Tyrannomon. It could be int for all I know. Ow. No. Naughty. Now, I think if they made like an open world VR game of Digimon, I reckon you'd actually be in danger. Because it'd be realistic, right? Like, if I was in a digital world beside my Digimon, I am going to be in danger, let's be honest. I'm not going to be running around like I am here, where all the Digimon just completely ignore me. They would probably try and hurt me, right? You know? And while, you know, I can't actually get hurt, you know, they would probably add some form of element to it or something where it's like, you know, you gotta be careful because you can take damage. Hide behind your Digimon or something, I don't really know. Going for a big attack, run over here. Like you're in a MMO and a boss is preparing a big move and you have to run to a certain location to avoid it. It'd be pretty cool, you know? So not only am I managing my Digimon being the commander telling them what to do and how to fight, I'm also participating in the fight. I'm not doing the damage, but, you know, I'm having to actually react. It'd be sick. It would be so good. But I doubt they would go through all that effort and give us such a great game. I really don't. Don't think they'd do it. Nerve gear. Oh yeah, give me a nerve gear. Well, actually, no, don't give me a nerve gear. I honestly wouldn't... I don't trust companies now without nerve gear. I'm not going to trust a company with me being in a nerve gear. Also, there's the fact that you're essentially transferring your consciousness into something else, right? What if midway of your transference there's a power cut or something goes wrong with the game servers or someone hacks the game servers or something? There's just too many variables that could just really go screw you. You know? There's way too much. Way too much. And, you know, who would be the company that makes said, you know, nerve gear, for example? I mean, we have a look at Microsoft, who specialize in Windows and PCs, and they can't make it to run to save their freaking life without issues and bugs and crashes and things breaking all the time. Elon Musk. I mean, as smart as Elon Musk is and clever and everything, and he's working on AI essentially and whatnot, which is pretty ambiguous, you know. Could he make a software that never has any issues? I doubt it. Like, who could we really trust with that without an issue occurring? I don't think you could answer anybody, because technology has always failed us. We've had technology affecting our lives for like 20, 30, 40 years, or however long it is, right? And we still can't get this thing to work flawlessly without issues. And the moon. Yep.